God, for the blessings you've given us so far. We thank you for waking us all up this morning, whichever country and wherever we are. We ask now, as we're about to go into this lesson, into this lesson for healthy eating and healthy living, that you'll be with the presenter and all of those who will be sharing today, and that what we learn will be a learning for us, not just for here, but for eternity. We ask, oh Lord, that you bless those who are helping us now with everything, and everyone else who's on this program, and be with those who are looking to come as well. And may we all get to enjoy new recipes. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Elder. The outline for the lesson today, we have 3 presenters, right, who will be presenting. So we have the vegan butter that we will be making, and that will be done by Sandra. And we have 2 vegan cheesecakes. One will be done by Loy. I don't think Loy has gotten in as yet, and the other one will be done by Melanie. Now, Melanie's cheesecake needs to, not cheesecake, sorry. Vegan butter will need, cheese will need to go in the freezer, as well as the butter will also need to go in the freezer a little bit. And yes, so those 2 will need to actually go in the freezer so you could see the finished product. So as a result, we're gonna start with Melanie with the hard cheesecake, so she can get a chance to put it in the freezer, and then by the end of the class or so, we can see the finished product. Melanie will also, in the class, she will also be doing the vegan yogurt. I'm so looking forward to that, to tasting it. And she will be doing a couple of other things. And so we have, Melanie will go first, and then we will have Sandra with the butter. And then we'll have, I need to show a couple of videos as well. So I'll be showing it between. Normally I would have started with the theory, but for today, because of the purpose of the vegan cheese that needs to go in the fridge to get it to firm up, I will start with, instead of with presentation, I will start with the video first. So in that case, I am gonna welcome Melanie, who is a student from our last class, who, okay, Loy has problem joining in, but I will welcome Melanie now. Thank you very much, Melanie, for coming on and for being willing to demonstrate to us from Melanie's Kitchen the vegan cheese. And Melanie, I'll just ask you to go ahead with that one. Is there anyone who will be doing the vegan cheese, or would you like me to show just a quick video so you could look at some cheeses and then you can decide if you want to do the cheese?
I don't know. I've cooked potatoes because there's one recipe that you have to boil potatoes before we start.
Sweet
and
potato,
I've
yes.
soaked the cashew nut. So I don't know which one to use. So, but I've soaked the nuts and I've boiled the potatoes. So I'll just follow which one to use it on.
Okay, all right. I think you could do the one with Loy, or you could do the one with Melanie. Okay. Anybody else who will be doing?
I'm just taking recipes because I'm thrown out of my kitchen.
Okay, all right. Anyone else?
I'm just taking recipes too.
Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead then, Melanie. I think you may work with Christine today. So Christine, you could actually possibilities, or you could split your mixture in half if you wish. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Is there anyone, Sister Ruth, not able to do anything today? She'll be in and out, she says. Constance, how are you today? Are you doing anything?
I'm taking down the recipes. I just have some other work to do.
Okay, you're taking on the recipes. Okay, all right. Sister
Thank you.
Sophie?
Oh, hi. I'll be going to work soon, so I'm not.
Okay,
I'm just
okay,
following
all
the
right.
beginning.
Just following.
Yeah.
All right, no problem then. That is fine. I completely understand. So I will post the videos in the group as well. I think they may have been posted yesterday, but I'll post them again if needs be. So you can follow through. All right. Melanie, the floor is all yours. So welcome to Melanie's Kitchen. You can introduce yourself. Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh, Jesus.
Who is
How
that?
did I get into this? How did I get into this? Sure.
Tina,
Yeah, Ruby?
are you sure Melanie's on?
Yes, that's her, Jaden, but it seemed like she's having some problem with her her hands free or something. I see her fubbling around, but yes, she's there as Jaden
Oh,
and Josh.
Shit.
Somehow Law is not getting in. Let me just take a picture of this.
you're just being rude. Okay.
Okay, so Melanie has rejoined. Okay.
Lavina,
Yes, Ruby?
Tina,
Yeah, I can hear you.
yeah, I'm going to send my video to the WhatsApp group of the cheesecake finished product.
Oh, should we just take a look at it now? Are you ready to cut it?
I cut it already because I was planning to go out. I'm going to get
Can we
a
just
printer
see
and
it? Can
I
we just see it? Can we see it? You can send the video, but can we see it as well, please? Live.
You can see the cut products.
We can see what is left. Yes, we would love to see it.
All right, so I'm going to position the camera now. So pin me or put me on speaker view, whatever, and
Yeah, you are on
so
the view. Let me just go. Yes.
Yeah, your camera's not on. Oh, let me put the camera on.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Wow, quick fluff.
That is.
Wow.
We've cut it.
It
and
looks gorgeous.
So.
Why can't I see it?
What you think, students?
I can't see.
I can't see it.
Okay, bring it back
Great.
again. Bring it back again.
There.
It's there, we can see it.
I'll show you
I
around
can
it.
see it now. My,
Can you?
quite a bit is missing.
Yes, I know. And more will be missing very soon.
Wow, beautiful.
So everyone, those who are just joining in, that is the no-bake cheesecake.
Wow.
It is gorgeous.
Mhm.
And the base
That
looks
is
nice.
Yum.
Great.
And the decorations.
So I've sprinkled pomegranates around the edging.
Mhm.
So that's an idea as well.
Very pretty.
That's fantastic. It's brilliant. It looks good. How does it
And
taste?
Brilliant, fantastic. The flavors are so live in it. So, you know, normally when you bake it, sometimes it's sort of, you know, cook out the flavor, but this flavor, even the lemon zest, you can taste it, so refreshing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? When I'm baking it, I put extra lemon and stuff like that in the ones that I'm gonna bake. So when it's baked, you
Oh, that's
still
a nice
get that zing and it's delicious.
That's a brilliant idea.
So Abigail was a
Yes.
student the last time. So Abigail says it tastes good. Teenager says it tastes good. It tastes good. All right. Thank you, Abigail.
Okay.
Thank you, Ruth.
You're welcome.
Okay. God blessings on your activities for today. Okay. Now
we are losing nutrition. This we normally do calorie test here. There's a study which they did.
Can I ask question to Ruby?
Okay.
beg your pardon? Oh yes, question, Ruby, questions. I'll go ahead with the question. Maybe I can answer the question as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, that cake, Ruby, if she's listening, we put it in the fridge, but we didn't know how long.
Oh, you keep it in the fridge. So what you want to do, you want to keep.
There.
Okay, Ruby's answering. Go ahead, answer, Ruby.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, you just keep it in the fridge for the longer you have it in the fridge, the more it sets.
Yes.
So if you're planning to eat it for Sabbath dinner, you put it in the fridge from the Friday evening, and it will be perfect for Sabbath Saturday, Sabbath lunch. Yeah.
So, yeah, Christine.
But you keep it in there for, you know, up to a week, and it's still good.
And it's still good, yeah.
If you want to keep it longer than a week, you can put it in the freezer if you want to keep it longer than a week, or if you have extras and you want it to serve longer, you freeze it.
Yeah. So Christine,
I must say to you, can I just say this?
Yes, please do.
You know, when you put it in the freezer, if you made your cheesecake and you put it straight away into the freezer, when you take it out to serve it, you might notice the bits melting a little bit. So just be aware of that. You might see melting, like the topping might be melting, etc.
Yeah, it sweats because the ice has to defrost out of it. So Christine, just to make a little thing clear to you, the no-bake cheesecake only becomes firm and solidifies properly as a cake when it goes in the fridge. It's a cake that has to be kept in the fridge, right? So when you stick a toothpick in the middle and it comes out clean, then you know that it is firm enough for a nice cut and a serving. Okay, so that's your tester. A toothpick or a knife and it comes out clean in the middle. That's a tester to know that it is now properly together. All the ingredients are combined properly together, and all the coagulation and solidifying has taken place, and it is now ready to be devoured. Melanie, can you hear us now? And yes, so Melanie is in correctly.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can now hear you.
Okay, so what happened was I cannot hear you when I'm using my phone. So I have to use my phone to speak, but use Joshua's tablet to show what I'm doing.
Okay, wow, we like that. Okay. We have to learn to improvise and do things, especially in these last days. So I like that. Well done. Thank you very much. And once again, we just want to welcome Melanie, who is a student from our last class. Melanie is also a member of AGMM, and Melanie runs a spa And she's very good at massages, very passionate about it. And if you see her sometimes on the Sunday show, and I believe either next week or the following week, she will be doing a massage for us. So thank you, Melanie, and welcome. And she's a mother of a few, and she homeschools, and she creates some lovely dishes for them to eat, and they love the food that she prepares. So there we go, Melanie, it's all over to you. Thank you very much for coming, and we now join you in your kitchen.
Thank you, Davina. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Okay, so apologies if I'm talking and I don't hear you. I have to kind of stop and start. So I'm going to start now. So if you go onto Joshua and Jaden's screen, then you should be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm just sort of waving a silver bulb around. Can you see that?
I'm looking for you. Hold a moment. Judith, Christine, Thelma, Sandra. Oh, no. Speak again and let me see. Hook. When you
if
speak,
you look for Jaden and Joshua.
So when you speak, what's coming on my screen is Eden Water Spa.
When I speak, you'll see Eden Water Spa, but it's actually Jaden and Joshua that you need to watch.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I find it. I will pin you. Excellent. Yes, we can see your bowl. Can everybody see the bowl?
Oh,
No.
We see your measuring and your measuring
Yes.
spoons and your
Yes.
mixers and stuff. Excellent. Yes. So I'll mute myself, and it's now
No,
all
I'm not
for you.
seeing. No, no.
I'm not seeing anything.
I'm not seeing anything.
You're not seeing anything? Click on
No.
Jaden.
No, we're seeing it now. Yeah. No, it's not.
Okay,
This.
all right.
No, we're not.
No, her finger's in the way, but it's there. It's there. There's the bowl.
We just want to know that you're seeing her screen and not somebody else.
see your screen.
You're
Okay.
seeing my screen. You need to click on her name then. Click on Jaden.
Yeah, that's what.
Ah, okay, all right.
Okay, so I'm ready. So first of all, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil.
So what are you making again? If you just tell us firstly. What are you making again, Melanie?
The mozzarella cheese.
Okay, all right, everyone. So we're making mozzarella cheese.
What sort of oil and where do we put the oil, in the blender or in a bowl? Because we can't see.
Put everything in the
Christine,
bowl. And then
Christine, sorry, but you need to go and click on Jaden. Christine, you need to click on Jaden so you can see, because it's on the screen. Please click on their name so you can see what they're doing. Everybody, please click on Jaden.
Then we're going to add some milk.
So that's your plant-based milk, right? And soya milk makes a good one.
Yeah, just add half of the milk. Don't add all of the milk yet. Now we're going to add the glutinous rice flour, but slowly add it in and then mix it until it's a paste.
Okay. and you want to make your cheeses, it's good to have a good quality milk, soya milk. So those soya milk that you get with like 6% of soybeans, they don't make good cheese. They don't make anything that you need to use with the soya milk. You don't get the best quality. So it's always good to make your own homemade soya milk to use for this purpose. So that's a glutinous rice flour. And you know, you can get the glutinous rice flour in black as well as white. And as I say, if you're having a fancy party, you can always make some black cheese to go on your cheese board to wow your guests and to impress them and encourage them to go vegan. So could you do this with a hand mixer or put it in a blender?
Yeah, I'm going to use a hand mixer in a second. Use half a cup of glutinous rice flour, and you just add it in a little bit at a time.
Okay. And you mix it to get rid of the lumps. So just want to tell you one little
whisk now to get rid of the lumps.
Okay, want to tell you one tip about glutinous rice flour, right? Normally when you're going to use it to prepare anything, so for example, in this case, like you've got it wet, you actually need to leave it to soak for about 10 to 20 minutes before you actually put it to fire. That's a tip when you're using glutinous rice flour. You need to leave that rice to soak for about 10 to 20 minutes before you actually put it on the flames for best results when you're using glutinous rice flour, okay?
Davina, I can't see anything.
Click on her name, click on Jaden, look for Jaden.
I have clicked on her name several times, but it's still not coming up. So I will just listen anyway and take notes.
It's not my name, it's Jaden and Joshua you need to look for, not Eden Water Spa, not Melanie.
It's still not coming up. It's not.
All right, I'm gonna unpin her. Who are you seeing? What are you seeing on your screen?
Oh, I could see her now.
Okay, all right. Who is still not seeing? Christine, tell me, what are you seeing on your screen, Christine?
I'm just seeing your page on the screen, you know, with the recipe and things. Just your page, which is the Natural Remedies Kitchen.
So that means you click on Jaden and Josh.
To find it first.
Yeah. I think if you click on participants, and then you'll see a list of everyone. You can scroll across until you find the name, and you'll see a silver bowl.
Let me go there. Let me go back to participant because I was just clicking her name alone.
How about this? Are you able to see her now?
Just keep clicking on participants until you see a silver bowl.
I clicked it, but when I click it, what happened? I get I go to chat. When I click her name, I go to chat.
Okay, are you seeing her now? Because I've just spotlighted her video.
Let me come up.
You're still not seeing her?
I can see her now.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Is there anyone not seeing Melanie? Just put it in the chat, okay? If you're not seeing her. Loy, I have seen your message.
I was just trying to get all the lumps out. So as long as it's kind of like a paste, I think this is a little bit too thin, so I'm just going to add a bit more flour.
So Melanie, what do you have in that bowl other than the rice flour? Because I got kicked out.
Just oil at the moment. Then once I think it's a nice consistency, I'm going, oh, and oil and milk. And then once I think it's a nice consistency, I will add my seasonings, because it's going to change as soon as it gets into the pot and starts heating up, it's going to change completely. So you need to add your seasonings while it's like this.
Melanie, I only heard about the rice flour. I don't have any other ingredients written down because I've been kicked out.
Okay, it's oil, so it's 2 tablespoons of oil, and then also half a cup of milk, plant-based milk. Oh no, what's happened to my phone? What's happened?
Thank you.
Oh.
What sort of oil? Can we use any oil?
In
Melanie,
mine,
can
I've
we
got
use
olive
any
oil.
oil? Okay,
Olive
thanks.
oil.
Okay, so now you add your seasonings. Can you see?
What
So
have you
in
got there as
here,
seasoning?
I've got oops. In here, I've got garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of turmeric, nutritional yeast. So it's whatever seasonings you want to put in there.
I'm doing.
Okay, so now I'm going to add, it's up to you. You can either add a whole juice of a lemon or half a juice of a lemon. So I'm going to add that now.
How much are you gonna add? It's good to add the whole juice because you're not gonna use any vinegar. So you need that acidity, right? Unless you're using something else like some ascorbic acid or another acid that will help to form that coagulation. But you can use more lemon juice because we won't be using any vinegar in the recipe. The acid helps to provide fermentation, and that fermentation is needed to really make the cheese. Are you gonna add more lemon?
It needs a good mix. And then now I'm just going to add the agar. And
are you gonna add more lemon?
3/4 spoons.
Are you gonna add more lemon?
Yeah, sorry, the pause in between what you're saying to me. For some reason, it takes ages for me to press pause to talk. But yeah, I'm going to add a little bit more lemon.
Okay.
So how much of the agar you've added?
She hasn't added it as yet.
I'm going to be adding, can't speak, 3/4 of teaspoon.
What does agar do? It's my first time seeing it.
It's like a gelling agent. So once I'm going to put this in the pot now, and then once it starts to heat up, it's not going to stay like this at all.
Okay, thank you.
So the agar is one of the starches, and it's a binding. It works as a binder. So it holds the stuff together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You are.
I just wonder what's the alternative to agar given the price?
The price is like the arrowroot, cornstarch. You could just use more of the rice flour, the glutinous rice flour.
You know, actually, this glutinous rice flour, is it different from just normal rice flour?
Yes, it is. So, if you know gluten, right, and even though the glutinous rice flour is not necessarily gluten that will have the effects on you as if you have gluten, but you know what makes the bread, when you use normal flour, what makes the bread, that gluten that makes the bread stretchy, that gives the flour that doughy thing, that's the difference between the normal rice flour and the glutinous rice flour. It has a lot of doughy, stretchy to it.
Okay. Okay. And it is gluten free, or is it gluten?
It is 100% gluten free. It's not going to affect your health.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you've got to keep it on a moderate heat, not too high. And as you're stirring, it just starts to get thicker and kind of sticks. And then it will start to form lumps, like you can see. And as I'm stirring, it's getting harder and harder. Don't put it too close.
Yeah.
Can you see the lumps?
Yeah.
Keep stirring until it forms a ball. And because with the glutinous rice flour now, you know, it's, for example, when you're cooking rice, the longer you cook it, it comes together. So when you just put it in the pot, it's all still shelly. But when you start cooking it, it starts clumping together. It starts forming, making one item, basically. That's how the glutinous rice flour sort of works.
Mommy, did you get chicken? Okay.
Yeah.
And then put rice. No, I will make it. That rice, I'll make rice. You eat with rice, yeah?
Who is talking? Who is competing?
Mama, can I have that book for
Who is
cooking?
competing? Is that you, Sandra?
No, no, no.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think that looks good now, Melanie. Or you can make it dry out a little bit more.
Very hard. It starts to get harder and harder as you're trying to mix it.
Yeah. So that's how glutinous rice flour works. It's like glue. And the more you heat it, the more gooey it becomes. So yeah, it should form a nice ball, which is getting there. It's looking good. Looks good, exactly. That looks good. So what did you put that gives it that nice mild yellow color? Is it just the turmeric and the yeast, nutritional yeast?
Yeah, just nutritional yeast and the turmeric.
Oh, you put turmeric or cayenne? I didn't see you put turmeric.
Turmeric. But you can add cayenne. It's whatever flavors you want to put in there, you can add.
Okay.
Gone.
Delvina, what is nutritional yeast?
So nutritional yeast flakes, you can get it to buy at Holland and Barrett. What it is rich in B12, and it has a very cheesy flavor.
Oh,
And,
Thelma gave me some time ago. Yeah, all right, I know it now.
It's one of vegans' favorite ingredients.
Okay.
That tells me never used it. Thank you very much.
Okay, so it is being used in the cheese.
Okay, so that's as much as I can do in a kind of ball, and then you're gonna leave it now to, you put it in a container, and then you will leave it in the freezer. You can put it in the fridge, but to quicken things up, you'll put it in the freezer for a bit.
No, you will put it in the freezer just so they can see the finished product. But you're doing it at home. You can put yours in the fridge and use it the next day. But Melanie's gonna stick hers in the freezer. So she's gonna put it in a ramekin now, or a bowl or something that she's probably gonna grease with a little bit of oil, just to ensure that she can get it out nice and easy.
So how much of the yeast flakes would we need?
It's a flavor, so you can put I think maybe she put about a tablespoon. Tablespoon, 2 tablespoons is okay. In your cheese, it gives it a really cheesy flavor. It smells and tastes cheesy. Okay.
What I got the last time, I put it in stews. I think that's in soup. I think that's what Thelma told me to do.
Oh, so you got some nutritional yeast flakes last time?
No, about 2 years now, she gave me some.
Check the date on that thing.
All right, okay.
So, and you still have some?
No, because I cook a lot, so I just use it.
You've used it.
Yeah. I got to go and get some more anyway.
Yeah, so you can actually add it to soups, especially after you finish making your soup. You can, especially if you make like a nice creamy soup, you can add a little bit of yeast flakes to it. It gives it a really nice cheesy flavor to the soup. So yeah, you can. But I am gonna recommend that you do not go overboard, and I'm recommending to everyone here, do not go overboard with yeast flakes, because you do it too much, you can develop an intolerance to yeast, which means you won't be able to have bread. And I'm telling you, it's going to be very hard to find a bread without yeast. Right? So don't go overboard. Use it only when absolutely necessary. Your soups and sauces and stews, you don't need to use the yeast flakes in it. But something like your cheese, you may want to use some yeast flake in your cheese, even though, mind you, when I make my vegan cheese, I don't use yeast flakes. I don't use yeast flakes for anything whatsoever. So I'm just trying to say that you can actually live your life without it. But if you want to use it, don't go using it every day, because that's what I did. And then I developed an intolerance to it, okay? So don't want you to have to experience to live or walk in my shoes. I'm telling you my mistake so you don't have to make it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Beautiful. Can we all see that? So you put a little bit of oil on the dough, and you put it in a bowl. Can it push down more in it, or it's full? It's full.
It's firm. Wow.
Yes, yes. So
lovely color.
Yes, yes. It looks tasty.
It looks like cheese.
Yes. So now Melanie's gonna put that in the freezer, and we will now have the butter by Sandra. Are you ready for us, Sandra?
I suppose so.
Let me get Melanie off my screen. Let's see now all the procedures I have to go through. Cancel spotlight. Unpin. Okay, you are pinned to the screen, Sandra. And you're spotlighted. Okay, fantastic. Can everybody see Sandra's blender?
Yeah, I could see it.
Yes, to see it.
Okay, is there anybody who cannot see Sandra's blender? Okay, excellent. Well done. Thank you very much for coming, Sandra. Sandra is a student from the last class as well, and she is also a caterer who specializes in cakes. So if you're having parties, weddings, receptions, any special event that you need a fantastic cake that's just gonna wow your guests, Sandra will make you a nice vegan cake, okay?
Yes, please. For my 21st.
Your 20th?
I like cakes. I like cakes. I like cakes, Sandra. I love cake.
Louise?
Yes. Did I say that aloud?
I think you did. You know, I heard that.
Oh no.
we will do it for Thelma's 21st.
My 15 and my 59th.
We're keeping you away from cakes. When you stop being naughty, we'll send you a cake for being good. All right, Sandra, it's all yours.
Yeah, so we're gonna start with half cup of.
What are you making again?
Butter, vegan butter.
Okay.
We're gonna start with half cup of soy milk.
Okay, and if we wanted to use another milk, if we wanted to use almond milk, would that be also okay?
Yeah, sure. Any plant-based milk you can use.
Okay, fantastic.
We're gonna also use half cup of coconut oil.
Oh, wonderful.
But I'm gonna use sunflower oil.
Instead of the coconut oil?
No, both of them. Half cup sunflower oil and half cup coconut oil.
Okay, okay, because it does need the coconut oil to help it to set.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
So
what,
if you,
what the word told is that you're not supposed to use olive oil because it's a bit heavy, so you're not supposed to use olive oil.
For the butter.
For the butter,
yes,
right? Yeah.
Because it is harder to become solid at a cold temperature, you know, it's harder.
So what you're gonna do, you're gonna start the blender. And while the milk is blending, you gradually drizzle the oil.
Okay.
Is she gone?
She's disappeared.
Sandra?
She's blending.
Sandra?
He's having a break.
She's going in the blender. Oh.
Let's see if we can find her back. I don't know how she got off the screen. I think Sandra got, oh, she's in the waiting room. Okay, this is Zoom. Oh, there we go.
You can see it start becoming, getting so.
No, I didn't see that. You moved too fast. All right, I think the phone fell.
Yeah, right. No. My daughter was calling me from Jamaica, so it just get cut out. So I just
Okay, all right. Oh, your daughter in Jamaica, you should connect us, man.
I'm planning to.
Yes, I want all the connections. Anybody have anybody in Jamaica, connect me with them.
So far, I have the 2 cups of milk, 2 cups of olive oil, and 2 cups of sunflower oil, and it has no.
What?
Yeah.
You said half a cup.
You said half a cup of milk.
That would be
Half
enough.
cup of milk and half cup of olive oil and half cup of sunflower oil.
Okay,
You said coconut oil.
And
half
coconut
coffee.
oil and coconut oil and sunflower oil.
Yes,
Do
sorry,
we
not
have to-
olive.
Do we have to melt the coconut oil? Sorry.
Yeah, you have to melt it.
Oh, thank you.
But don't go melting your coconut oil too hard, you know, because in room temperature, it should start coming.
Yes, it melts, yeah.
Especially in this weather, it should be liquid.
It's not very hot here. Mine is solidified, my coconut oil.
Are you in the
then after
UK?
that,
Yes, I'm in London.
Really? You probably not have the right coconut oil. Let's see the brand.
Oh, let me get it and show you. I have a very good brand.
Anybody else, just to double check, what is your coconut oil looking like at this time? Is it all liquid
Mine
enough?
is
This is my coconut oil. Can you see it?
Okay, yeah.
Can you see
from
my coconut
Costco.
oil?
It's still solidified. Okay. I just put it in a bowl of warm water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just put it in a bowl of hot water.
And then add 1 tablespoon of lecithin in it.
What lecithin?
Yeah, lecithin, yes. And then you blend that.
Just to tell you a little bit about lecithin, lecithin has a really nice buttery flavor, and it's like an emulsifier.
How do we get it?
I think I bought mine in either Holland and Barrett or Waitrose. Where did you buy yours, Sandra?
Holland and Barrett.
All right, I'll check it there.
And you can add a little pink salt to it for flavor.
Oh, please do. It gives it an amazing flavor.
And usually I always add parsley to mine. You can add not cumin. You can also add turmeric to it too.
A tiny tot, just to give it a slight yellow color, so it have that little buttery color. becoming nice and creamy. You see that? When I made mine, I added more lecithin to it. I did, yeah, and yeah, to oh, we're not seeing that on your screen, you know. We just saw the edge of it.
This is what it looks like.
Okay, lovely. And you're gonna put that in the freezer?
Put that in the fridge, yeah, to set. Put in the freezer to set.
Yes.
So I'll show it to you at the end of the class.
Okay, have we got two devices locked in?
Sandra,
yes,
could we see the consistency, please? We can't see properly.
Hold the spoon up higher. Yes, can you all see that?
No.
I don't know what is happening, but I'm getting back a massive feedback over my side.
All right.
That's what it looks like.
All right. Yeah.
If we don't have the lecithin, what could we use instead?
Just corn flour.
Thank you.
Can we use arrowroot?
Yes. So what happened now is the lecithin gives it a really nice buttery flavor.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can use lecithin and you can also use arrowroot or corn flour or even some of the glutinous rice flour mixed with it. However, if you use the glutinous rice flour, then you'll probably need to cook it a little bit. Otherwise, when it is finished, it's gonna have that floury taste.
Okay.
Same thing you're gonna get with the corn flour. If you use the corn flour, when it is finished, you're gonna get that floury, a little bit of that floury taste to it. So
Thank
the
you.
lecithin, you don't get that with the lecithin. But Sandra, normally when I make mine, I have like a thicker consistency, but I believe that should work.
So see when it come out. The first one was a bit thicker than that, so I don't know what happened this time.
No, just add some more lecithin to it then. Or if you have a little tapioca starch or a little arrowroot, you can add a little bit of it to it.
So this is going to be like the store soft butter.
Yes, it's gonna be like the butter that is in a tub that you can use to spread on your bread or for baking.
Thank you.
By the way, you could actually add a little seed, like a little flax seed. Maybe not the flax seed, but because that the color of that one is gonna change, maybe affect your thing. But you could use some grounded seed.
Maybe can we use cashew? Can we use cashew?
Yeah, but it's not cashew. Yeah, you could use a little cashew, but maybe roasted. But you're getting something different when you do that. You could just add the extra lecithin or some other starch.
Yeah, I want my butter plain.
So definitely use the lecithin if you want your butter flavor.
Plain, no, no fancy stuff.
Okay. A little turmeric could give you a nice yellow color.
Yes.
If you could make two, are you able to like
Make another one?
Not another one, but if you pour half in something and then the rest you just add a little turmeric, so we could get that nice yellow color.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Put some more of this recipe in it.
I didn't hear you.
So after this, we will then have, I'm wondering if Melanie could come and do one more, and then we have Loy, and then Melanie again after Loy.
Yeah, this is it.
You get the thicker consistency?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
There.
Yes. Oh, hold it down a bit and closer to the blender. Yes, yes. Oh, yes, yes. So you can see that? I just want the little, just hold it closer. I want to wipe the edge so I could taste it. Yeah, just that bit of the edge I wanted to wipe off so I could taste it. Oh, y'all making me hungry.
Where's she gone?
She's just adding a little bit of turmeric to half of it, so you could get that nice yellow buttery color, soft yellow buttery color.
Lost her. Oh, here she is again.
Remember, say it's green already now, so you might not get that yellow color.
Ah, yes, because you added the parsley.
Parsley.
Yeah, so you just to let you know, you don't have to add the parsley or anything. You can just do the recipe straight. You can add a little bit of salt, and you're good to go. And a tiny tot of turmeric to give it a little soft yellow color. Yeah. And as well as when you with the parsley, you could add other herbs as well. If you want a herb butter, you could add garlic, so you could get like a garlic butter. So you can make different butters, especially you're having a party. You have different butters, and you have some breads. You know, you make some breads that you have out on display, and you have different butters and different cheese and some biscuit. All right, thank you very much, Sandra. So Sandra's gonna put that. Can we see the, okay, she's gonna show us the mixtures in a second. You need a spatula to scrape out everything.
Yeah. Well, this one is not the pretty yellow. This is what this one looks like.
It looks nice. And it's gonna go in the fridge, and it's gonna come out like a nice tub of butter. So we'll give Sandra a little break, and then Loy, are you okay if we go with one of Melanie's items, then you, then Melanie? Or, because I know you have little ones on a schedule.
Oh, well, I'm still okay.
Okay, so you're okay if we go with Melanie next?
Yes, that's fine.
Or would you prefer if we go with you first?
Well, it's a nice quiet moment. So maybe
we'll take it.
Okay.
Lloyd just had a young baby, so.
Really? Oh.
Yes. For those who were at the last class, we can remember that Lloyd was heavily pregnant during the class, so we knew that the baby would come sometime in July, August. So the baby is here. Praise the Lord, and he's in good health.
Yes.
Amen.
Thank you.
So we want to welcome Loy. Oh, let me get Loy on my screen. We want to just welcome Loy, who was a student of the last class, also a Loy has a sewing ministry, Stitch by Stitch Connect, and Loy is a member of AGMM, and she loves cooking as well, and she's also a medical missionary. So welcome, Loy, married with a few children, and they like to eat delicious food.
Yes.
So let's see if they will enjoy the cheese that Loy is gonna do for us today. Thank you for coming, Loy, to the Natural Remedies Kitchen and our Cooking for Transition class.
Okay, thank you. Let's go up a little bit. Thank you very much, Davina, and hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, nice to see you again. It's good that you're enjoying your cheeses and your butters. Isn't eating vegan beautiful? Yes. All right. So my addition for this evening is it's a cheese, but it's a cheese sauce. So I'm going to be doing the softer version. And so this one is a vegan cheese sauce, which would be very good for spreading on bread as well, or crackers, but it's also really good for making things like macaroni cheese. In fact, I'm making macaroni cheese for dinner. So I did some earlier, so I'm just going to show you. It's still in the oven. I shouldn't just say it's in the oven. Actually, my daughter got a little bit, she got a little bit hungry, so I took her part out already. So the rest of it is there.
It looks good. Doesn't that look good, guys?
Oh, very nice color.
I'll show you. So this particular cheese gives you like a yellow color. It has a nice yellow color to it. And the one I use for the pasta, I achieved the color by using some squashed in with the cheese mixture. For this one that I'm going to demonstrate, I'm going to show you the one that I would typically do, which is using red pepper for my coloring. So in terms of ingredients, and I'll share this with you after, we're going to need it says 2 to 2.5 cups butternut squash, but instead, like I said, I just did some red peppers, a red pepper for this instead. You can also use 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast flakes, and that would give you that lovely cheesy flavor. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. You need 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Now, you might not see me pour powders in, but that's because I don't have powders for everything. But when I don't, what I do instead, I just go ahead and use the real thing. So I use garlic and I use onion as well. And then I have some salt as well. And it asks for 1/4 cup of a nut milk. Now, the creamier your nut milk is the better. So you want to use, maybe if you have cashew, we're going to blend actual cashews. So here it's asking for 1/2 cup of cashew nuts. And these, I soak them beforehand, so they're nice and soft. If for example, you have a day and you just didn't manage to soak your cashews, but you want to have some cheese, what I find also works is that if I blend it in hot water, then it softens the cashew as well. So almond milk is what I have, and that's what I'm going to use for 1/4 cup of almond milk. And again, like all the others, it's really, 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 really simple to do. So I'm going to start off by putting in my blender the things that are hardest. So I'm going to start with the cashew nuts. So that goes in. And I'm going to just take a little bit more water on hand, because sometimes the mixture is so thick and it might not necessarily turn in the blender so well. So I'm just going to pop a bit of hot water here in case I need to put that in. Okay, so I have some boiling water there just in case I need it.
Why?
Okay, and to
you're
this,
using hot water instead of cold?
yes, you can. Well, like I explained, for me, I find that when I blend my cheese, my nuts in hot water, that it blends the nuts better. But you can use cold water if you've soaked them quite for a long time. They would have been softened as well, and that would be fine. Okay, so to this I'm going to add my milk.
How much milk is that?
A quarter cup of nut milk. And then I have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice that goes in. And so I'm going to do this first, and then I'll add the other things in. Let's see how we go. Let me add in my onion and garlic as well. Because normally here, if you have the powders would dissolve much easier. So you have to take that into consideration when you make adjustments to the recipe. And from experience, I know that that's not enough liquid. So I've just put a little bit more water in. And then I'm
going to put use water instead of milk.
All
right. More milk, make it creamier.
You could add more milk, absolutely, Davina. You could just increase the amount of milk.
Okay.
Yes, no problem. I just pre-poured my ingredients and I didn't have that to hand. All right, so I'm going to now blend, and this is really loud, so you can put me on. Okay, let's just put myself on mute for a moment to save your ear.
Are you recording the recipes?
My daughter just came to tell me, Mommy, that it's too loud. Okay, so we stopped. All right, so now to this, I'm going to add now my
peppers.
Now, I'm going to put my peppers. So ideally, if you stick, one moment, sweetie. If you stick with the original recipe, you can just put everything in your blender in one go and then blend, because you have a lot of soft ingredients. And so it would blend quite well. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Oh Lord, remember you've muted yourself. You don't.
I did. No, I was having. Mommy, yes.
What's it F?
Oh, food. Okay, here we go. So you can see that.
Beautiful color.
Yeah, so the red pepper.
Looks like cheddar. Has a nice cheddar color.
A lovely cheddar color, exactly.
Mommy.
Yes.
So Lloyd, can we see the consistency?
It's still very runny. Okay, let me pour some out for you.
Mommy.
Oh, we saw that. I saw that.
Right, yes. So it's a pouring it's really a pouring consistency. So it's great. And that's why it's so good for when you're making
macaroni and cheese.
A macaroni cheese, or you're adding it into a recipe. Maybe you're doing whatever you're doing, baked potatoes, or you're doing any sort of other cheesy recipe that you need to use a cheese sauce.
Can I also add now? Can I ask you that little that you have left in the blender?
Yes.
Can you add to that maybe some tapioca starch or cornstarch or arrowroot?
I don't have, I have arrowroot, but what I did before, I'm going to show you, because I already made macaroni cheese for the day, I'm going to try to harden this cheese like you're suggesting.
Yes, okay. So you're gonna add some sort of starch to it to make it,
Yes.
show how you can make a harder cheese.
So what I did, Davina,
You got rice.
well, it's not the rice. This one is the agar.
Okay.
But I boiled, and so I boiled it for a little bit on the oven. I boiled it for a bit. Nobody, please do. No one does that. No, I boiled it on the stove for a little while, and then so now I have this really thick
agar.
Yes, agar. So I'm going to put some of that in because I would rather like to see it as a firmer mix. So I'm going to pour this back on. So now that we see what that would look like.
Picture before you, I'm sorry.
Oh, you want me to take a photo of that one?
Please do take a picture of it, yes. So
I'll leave that then. I'll leave that for that. And then I'll just blend this bit together again.
Unmute.
Yes, so it has thickened a slight bit more, but we know that this needs, for it to be complete, I then have to put it into a cold area, yes? And then it would put it together more, but you can see that it has gone slightly thicker.
Yeah, is that all the agar you had? And you say you have no starch.
Oh no, I have more mix. I didn't put all of it in. Do you want it to go really thick?
Yeah, it could take more.
I think so. Okay.
Yeah. But I didn't see you put any lemon in.
I did.
Okay.
It's only a two tablespoons of it I've used.
That's like what, 1 lemon?
1 lemon, yes. I wonder. I think I'll put more of this. I don't want the taste of the starch.
Yeah, that should be
sufficient now, shouldn't it?
Yes.
I'm going to use a little bit of hot water, just to, not much.
You see how this starch has thickened up together like a ball of overcooked rice?
Yes.
That's how you want when your cheese is finished. When it is set, it should be like that. So that's when the starch now cools down, it now solidifies and hardens.
Yes, I think, isn't it best? It would be probably best then that I did, because I rested for a while, but it would have been best if I had melted it and then poured it into the mixture.
Right away, yeah.
Right away, so that when it's set, it would all come together. So let's see. Or I may have to make up another batch. Let's see.
But you just put some warm water, so that should be good.
Oh, celery butter.
Okay.
Onion. All those things are good for you.
Okay, Davina.
Everything.
So we have it is thicker, but again, I think because I'll see what happens when I put it. I'm going to do it for the other, but I'll pour it in while it's still hot.
Yes, please.
Because now we're going to have to refrigerate this one. So I think what is given me is more of a set cream texture.
It looks nice. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, fantastic. Thank you, Laura. You're gonna stick that in the fridge or the freezer. Maybe freezer will get it to set faster since it's hot. And we'll come back to you to see the finished product. And you can just post the recipe in the WhatsApp groups.
Okay.
All right.
And while I'm gone, Davina, I'm gonna try to do a cashew cream cheese.
Okay, so we'll come back to you then after Melanie.
Okay, I thought I'd just show it to you what the end result was. In the event, that's fine. Either way.
Okay, all right. Get yourself together. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Melanie. Thank you very much, Laura. We are back over to Melanie's kitchen.
Thank you.
So I'll unpin Loy and take her off the screen. Oh, Melanie, what am I looking for now? Josh again? Okay, and Jaden. Okay, Melanie, you're on the screen. I like those ramekins. So what will you be showing us now, Melanie? Oh, Melanie, you may not realize, but your other video is muted. Your other device is muted. The one that we hear through, it's actually muted. Melanie. Okay, we should be able to hear you now if you speak.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm just trying to undo the blender.
Okay, what's that dark liquid? Is it vanilla?
Maple syrup. You can either use maple syrup or honey.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Now we can start. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna make a yogurt.
Wonderful. All this food you all doing. And leave me over here hungry.
I was fighting the blender, but now we're ready. Okay, so for this one, we need 12 ounces of tofu. I basically made this tofu.
Ooh, nice. Is it tofu? Show us a piece of it. Before you throw it all in the blender, let us see a piece of it, and then you can just post the recipe for the students, and they could give it a try. Put your hand over the cashews. Yes, perfect. You all see that? It's lovely.
Yep.
Nice.
Very nice.
All right, so Melanie will post the recipe for that as well.
Okay. Then we're gonna add half a cup of cashews. Two cups of frozen peaches, but they might be unfrozen by now.
Sorry, was that soaked cashew or?
Is that soaked cashew?
I don't think
Yes,
she's
it
here, you
is.
know. Okay.
One tablespoon of lemon juice.
Oh, Melanie, students were asking if it is soaked cashews. So maybe for a moment we weren't hearing you, if you had responded.
Yes, she did.
Oh, so it's just me then.
Yeah, she
I
said
didn't
it was
hear.
soaked. Yeah, she said it's soaked cashew.
Sorry, when I speak, I can't hear anybody, and then when someone else speaks, I can't really hear them. So I've just put in 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And then you can add either honey to sweeten, 1/4 cup of honey, but I've put maple syrup because the kids tend to like that better.
Melanie, are the peaches tinned peaches?
Frozen.
Yes, I've used tin peaches and put them in the freezer.
Thank you. Why did you have to freeze the peaches?
To give you that nice, smooth, creamy texture for the yogurt.
Oh, I see. What's she doing now? Can't hear her.
She's blending.
Okay, so I've just blended everything together. Where is my spoon?
Yeah, looks nice. Tofu, cashew nuts, frozen peaches.
I gave it a quick taste just to see if it needed any more sweetener, and it doesn't. I'll blend it a little bit more because I just saw a peach.
Wow.
Nice.
Pretty.
Lovely.
Yummy. I think that one is mine.
Melanie, I hope you know you need to send mine, okay? Looks good.
That looks so good. Must be so tasty.
Wow.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Okay, so basically I've just poured it into these glass containers. This was when me and my husband used to eat a lot of those chocolate puddings. Now I keep these and use them for yogurts for the kids. And it does taste really, really nice, guys, really, really nice. So it's going to go into the fridge. I'll cover them and then pop them in the fridge for a bit.
Thank you, Melanie. That looks gorgeous. All right, Melanie, we're gonna go back to Loy, and then what will be your next dish? Can you just remind us of what you're gonna do after this? Sorry?
Make some tofu.
Okay. So, all right, we're gonna go over to Loy, who's gonna show us the cream cheese, tofu, the cashew cream cheese, and then that gives Melanie a couple of minutes to tidy up her kitchen. But The butter, can we see the butter? The butter should be ready by now. Any chance we could see the butter, Sandra?
Let me
Or
check.
it's not quite ready?
No, it's not quite ready. Could set some
All
more.
right, so Loy, we're over to you, Loy.
Okay.
I can't
So-
see you though.
Can you see me now?
Yeah.
I'm back. Okay. So the other idea that I wanted to share with you was a cashew cream cheese. And the ingredients for this one are very, very simple. It only has about 6 ingredients. So it has 2 tablespoons of some kind of gelling agent. And so I'm going to use the agar for this one. And it has 1/3 cup of water and 1/2 cup of boiling water. 1 teaspoon of salt, which I have. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and your cashew nuts again, raw cashew nuts. So that's 1 cup of raw cashew nuts, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup or 1/3 cup of water, and 1/2 cup of boiling water. And it has the gelling agent. So I'm going to just fetch my boiling water again.
That's just 4 ingredients. That's not 6.
No, it is 4.
That's 6. It is 6.
Oh,
It is
it's 6. Should I
It
go
is
again?
6.
So the
It is
jelly,
6.
the agar, 1/3 cup of water and 1/2 cup of water. So that's really just water, but you're having 1/2 cup, which is boiling water, and then you have 1/3 cup of just normal water. So that is, I'm considering that 2 separate
Separate, yeah.
separate ingredients, and 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and 1 cup of raw cashew.
It is
Now,
6.
That's 6 now. So, so what I did, earlier on, can you remember me showing you my agar, but it had gone into big lumps. Now I've sort of done it the right way again, back on the stove, and can you see now it's more of a jelly solution. You can see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the flake? I saw it in the shop, agar flake. Is it the flakes you bought?
So the one I have here is the powder, but if you had the flake,
yes,
then what you would do, you would need to soak it in hot water, and then you could blend it, and you could then put it on to thicken like I've done here. So you end up with that solution, and then it's ready to be used. Okay, just switch that off. So what I'm going to do now, in the blender, I'm going to put, I have a whole cup here. I only need 1/2 cup. I'm going to start again with the harder ingredients. So I'm going to put, let's come closer to me. So in my blender, I'm going to put in my cashew. Then to that, I'm going to put the hot water. And I'm going to blend this first. Okay. Okay. So it's not completely blended, but I just wanted to make sure I got the nuts softened. And then I'm going to pour in this lovely agar-agar solution now before it goes cold. And then I'm going to add in lemon juice, my salt, and then I know I said only 6 ingredients, but here is where you can add some variety. Because it is a cream cheese, I have here a bit of garlic, and I've put some herbs, and I've also onions. Yes.
Ah, nice.
So I'm gonna make it a little bit of a herby cheese, cream cheese. So I'm putting that in as well. Now I wondered about maple syrup as well, but I'm going to hold off on my maple syrup for a little bit until I've tasted it. And if I feel I want to make it a little bit sweeter, then I'll add that in afterwards. And then you just blend. I beg your pardon. I think that's ready now. So what we have is a nice, I'll pour it into something so you can see what it's like being poured.
When you say green onions, do you mean spring onions?
Yes, Sister Constance, yes.
Thank you.
That's exactly what I used. So now I'm going to pour this in, and you'll see what it looks like being poured. So you can see it's quite a thick mixture already.
Yes, it looks good.
Yeah.
Yes, but when I put this in the fridge as well, it's going to thicken up a whole lot more. Now, oh wow.
I'll have that. I'll have that too. Oh.
I got to it first. Okay, so that tastes okay actually. Quite that's fine. That definitely does taste like cream cheese. I don't know if I want to, for the rest of what I have here, I'm going to, just to experiment, I'm going to put a little bit of
Honey.
Well, it's maple syrup, this one.
Okay.
I'm going to put a little bit of maple syrup, maybe about a half teaspoon that was. And I'm going to see now if it makes a difference.
Can I give you a couple more ideas to throw in it?
Sure.
Have you got cranberries, dried cranberries?
Oh, Sister Davina, what such beautiful ingredients, no?
Okay, so you could have made a really nice sweet cream cheese by throwing in as well some cranberries. And if you had like something like sweet potato or cooked carrots, or a piece of pumpkin, or even a nice piece of breadfruit, ripe breadfruit, you could throw in it. And a little bit more starch binder, like if you had the starches, you could add, and it would make a nice sweet firmy cheese.
Okay, so I have, oh, how much of it do I have? Not significant.
Oh, you do have that?
I have corn flour.
Yes, man, throw the thing in, man, lie.
But I don't need to mix this out first?
Yeah, so guess what? You put it in that blender right there. Yes. And you blend it, and then you put it on the fire, and you mix it in a bit, and then you put it in your ramekin.
In the mold, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
in
have
your mold, yeah.
Okay, let me put that here. So that's all of it in. Wasn't very much.
But if you have another flour, because
no, but what I have here should be about a tablespoon, and I think.
Okay, yeah, and it's a little bit. That should do, because you've got enough agar-agar in it. Or if you want to add more agar-agar.
Let's see what I've got. Oh, it's this bit now has. Oh, look at that.
Solidifies.
It has solidified. So that was two. That was used.
Oh,
to
but that's okay. What you do, you warm it in that same pot.
Yes.
So it
Yeah,
will
great
become
idea.
loose again. Yeah. Mhm.
Great idea. I'll pop it on there. And then I'll put it on to get going, and then I'll just blend this one up again.
Dried cranberries.
Okay. So this.
Good.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Definitely setting a little bit more.
Yes. And you can now put that in your agar-agar on the cooker. 2 minutes
Okay.
just stirring it, and you'll see a
Will,
nice.
will you then come? Will you then come back to me, because this will take
Yes. So
time.
no, you're not gonna be that long for us to leave you.
Okay.
We'll
All
watch
right.
that. Yeah. Mhm.
I decided it's a very strong hold, so I've put it in here. Like when you do all the variations to the recipe. Okay. This needs, okay, so that's what I have now. Would you like me to leave it on so that until it goes thicker?
That's good, Loy. That's beautiful.
Yes, I think that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to pour that in.
That's a perfect texture. Yeah, that's perfect.
I just thought of something. Isn't it always a better idea to grease your
ramekin? Yes.
Oh yes, but I didn't. But not to worry. I can just do that again, because I know it will come out easier. And it would be good to see that as a whole and what that looks like. Use a little bit of my, I'm gonna use a little bit of my groovy coconut oil to do that. Because I would like that to slip out nicely. Okay. Already thickening up so well.
Yeah.
Without even being put into the fridge yet.
Just smooth over the top with your spatula.
Yes. Let's do that
Yeah.
with a twist.
It's beautiful. It looks good.
Yes, I think this one is going to
So
be.
Laura, you know you have to send me my piece of cheese, definitely.
Well, I will send it in my thoughts.
Oh, I need more than that. Does anybody know anybody coming to Jamaica soon?
Because it's not practical, Davina, simply, but we are with you in thoughts, absolutely.
Listen, I went on the plane with all the food that I needed to eat for the day, okay?
Oh dear.
So that's it there.
Very nice. Can everybody see that?
Yes, and it looks
And you
good.
warm it up right away.
Right
That's
away.
perfect.
So I'll put this in the fridge too and see.
And Laura, you will have to write down all of these recipes for us, please. If you could just put them on a document, A4.
No, well, I've discovered speech typing these days, so it won't take me long.
All right, that's fine. Excellent.
Okay. Oh, but
thank you very much.
Look at that. This is the cream cheese from before without us adding anything extra. No, and that firmed up already. Look at that.
Good.
That was even without the starch, so that's quite nice. Okay, I'll pop these in.
Wonderful. So we've got three cheeses from you.
Well, it's two, but with two variations. So we have the what do you call the cheese sauce. This was more of a cheese sauce.
Yes, so we have a cheese sauce, yeah, which you can eat with your nachos as well, by the way.
Yes. And then I remember we added some gelling agent to this as well, and it's in the freezer. Okay, let's see what that looks like. I could show it to you if it's ready. And then we did the same with these two. So this one was just with agar.
Lord, please do take pictures of each of them.
Okay, and then share it that way. I will do. Would you like to see what that one looks like? Is it ready? If it's ready?
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is the cashew cream cheese, but we added in the agar to it. And again, they're really all holding quite nicely. And I think if I leave this for a few more hours, we'll be able to slice it nicely too.
Yeah, leave them in for a bit, and we would like to see some slices of cheese.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much, Loy. We will now move over to Melanie's kitchen. I'm trying to find Melanie. can't find Melanie. Melanie, are you still there? Can anybody see Melanie?
Nope.
Saw the boys earlier on, but I don't know where they disappeared to.
Okay. Okay, so yes. Any chance we can see Butter? Are you anything about the Butter? I think Melanie has
All right,
dropped
then.
out. She's not in the room. Oh, what I can do, you show us the
Yeah,
Butter
the
and
small
I
one.
can
The
show
small
a
one
couple of
is ready.
videos. Yes, that's good.
Is what the small ones look like.
Okay.
Almost time for it. You seen it?
Oh, hold it
Hello?
too close. Too close. Hold it a bit away.
Are you seeing it?
Wow, it looks like real butter. Can everybody see that? How it spreads nicely?
Yes, I can.
It looks real, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
You need
In
homemade
our world,
vegetable with
vegan
that.
world, it is real butter.
We need bread to eat that.
Homemade bread. Not
Yes.
chop up.
So that's it for me from now.
Potato.
That looks fantastic. So thank you very much. Was there 2 butters you did?
Yeah, the other one, the bigger one, don't set fully yet. The smaller one, the one with the turmeric. And
Okay. So was that the first one or the second one?
It's the second one. But it's a smaller container, smaller amount.
Okay, okay. Okay, all right. So we're still waiting for it.
Okay.
Good. All right, Melanie, it's over to you now. Melanie?
Try it.
Just signing back in.
Oh,
All right,
she's
I just
signing back in. Okay.
admitted her in. Sorry. Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to see the other one now? This is the other one.
Wow. Yes, let us see that. The spreadability of it. Beautiful. Wow. You definitely can send my butter to Jamaica.
Okay. That's the second one.
That's fantastic, Sandra. Good quality butter. Well done. Can you put your recipe together and send it to us now, please, and the group, please, Sandra?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Okay, for the tofu, am I ready? Am I okay to begin?
You are. Just that I haven't found you as yet. Yes, I've seen you. Hold 1 second. Don't move. Nobody speak. Yes,
I'm
you're on
doing
my
the
screen
same
now.
thing
You're
I
pinned
did
to the screen.
before.
Wonderful.
For some reason, my phone is not great. So Joshua's filming on showing it on his tablet, but I'm speaking on my phone.
All right. Tell us, what are you making?
Okay, so this is actually tofu, and you only need 3 ingredients: lemon juice, water, and soya milk. Ideally, if you can soak some soya beans and then make your milk that way, it's a lot better. You'll get more tofu, but we'll give it a go and see what happens. So I'm going to pour the lemon juice into the water, give it a little bit of a mix. And that is just going to help the milk to curdle.
Melanie,
so now we're just going to
supposed to see,
boil up the milk.
not seeing anybody or anything?
Click on Melanie, click on Jaden and Josh.
We're not seeing that.
Look on your screen, the pictures, and click on their name.
Oh,
Got them. Oh yes, I've got it now. Yeah.
I don't have anything.
Keep scrolling.
Okay, so I'm just basically waiting for the milk to boil up. Once it's boiled up, you take it off the heat and then you let it cool for about 3 minutes, not very long, and then you will add the lemon and water solution. And keep mixing because soya milk tends to stick at the bottom of the pan. It's heating up slowly. Well, it's heating up. I can start seeing steam coming off it. I've used just over half of soya milk, because once it turns into tofu, there's not much tofu there. It's probably enough for one person, so you would have to do quite a lot of soya milk if you were doing it this way. I think the other way is probably better, where you're making your own soya milk. So it's ready, so I'm going to take it off. So now I'm just going to add the lemon water solution slowly to the milk, and then you'll see it start to curdle.
What have you added? You said to make it curdle?
I've added water and lemon.
Oh,
so it's
lemon,
about
okay.
half a cup of water. Well, not half. It's a quarter litre of water, and then 1 lemon juice. And then if you probably can't see it very clear on this, but it is starting to curdle now.
Mm-hmm. You can also use, just like, you can also use ascorbic acid, and you can just buy this in the Asian shops. Because I bought acid in the Asian shop that you could add on it to help with the curdling. But then lemon does a good job. Yeah.
So just add the lemon water mixture a little bit at a time, and then just stir it. You have to keep stirring it all the time. So now, after you've done that, it's starting to curdle. You've got to leave it for about 15 minutes, and then I'll show you what happens next. I'm going to quickly just show you my kids were having little pizzas today, and well, not today, for this evening. And this one here is the one with the cheese that I made. Can they see that? Yeah. So I'm going to leave that now, Davina, and then I don't know if you want to do something and come back to me.
Okay, all right, I'll show a couple of videos and then come back to you. We have seen Loy. Loy, have we seen you didn't have anything more to show us. Are you ready to cut?
Sorry, I've put it in Davina. I think it could wait a few more minutes.
All right, in that case, let me go to my screen. So, can everyone see my screen?
Yes, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just want to show you this crazy mommy who's making a vegan butter, all right? But her butter is good. But I'm sure, but Sandra's butter is brilliant. So, but I just want to show you just a couple of videos so you know there are other ways. Oh, sorry.
Need volume.
Volume?
Yeah, we're not hearing anything.
I don't have no more volume. I think my thing is at 100%. Yeah.
We're not hearing.
Okay, so she homeschools.
Still can't hear.
Still can't hear? Huh?
I can't.
Guys. Can anybody hear anything?
No.
No, no volume at all.
No.
All right, I will send the link. I'm gonna put the link in this chat on here, and then you can just copy the link. Okay, and anybody can send it in any of the groups. So there is the link for the vegan butter. Oh boy. Let me just talk you then through a couple of information, which I have already said. Doesn't make sense showing any videos because they're clearly not working. So let me just, so with vegan cheese 101, right? Are we all hearing me, yeah?
Yes.
Are we hearing me?
Yes.
Yes, yes, we're hearing, yeah.
All right, cool, yeah. So with vegan cheese 101.
Just take one of those things.
Okay, I think maybe we need to mute Melanie's speaker. Trying to find her on the screen. Oh yes, she's muted now. Okay. So with vegan cheese, some of the important things that you need to know, right, is when you even look at a recipe, so even the videos that I've sent you that, you know, you see they're doing it and their thing comes out good. When you're doing your own recipe, you want to make a little amendment here and there, right? So I'm going to tell you the basic ingredients that you need to have and what they do, how they act chemically on the products to help to form the cheese. So then you know how much you can play around with. So the nutritional yeast, that's basically for nutritional, added nutritional value, as well as for flavor. So that's a good way of getting in your B12 in your diet is by using nutritional yeast in your cheese. So it also doesn't only give you B12, but it also adds flavor. However, don't go using nutritional yeast every day of the week, okay? Because then you may develop a yeast intolerance and then you will have to stop using it 100%. If you have fibroids, endometriosis, any gynecological problems, don't use gluten, don't use yeast. Stay away from those because they create inflammation and worsen the situation, all right? If you've got any gut disorder where you've got like gut bacterial, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or small intestinal fungal overgrowth where you have a lot of belching, a lot of farting, a lot of gas here, there, and everywhere, digestive disorders, It could very well be because there's a bacterial overgrowth. In cases like those, leave out the yeast from your recipe. You're not losing anything. You can get your B12 other ways. Okay. So the nutritional yeast is there for flavor as well as nutrients, right? Nutritional content. It has a nice cheesy, footy flavor. Okay, so when you see somebody take off them shoes in Jamaica, we always say your foot smell like cheese. Cheesy. That's it, right? That's the kind of flavor you get. The lecithin and the lemon lecithin gives it it's an acid. So you need an acid, right? So you need something to add flavor, which you can add in nutritional yeast. Some people even add a bit of, what you call it, stock powder or something like that to their cheese as well, right? These are some things that you use for flavor. Again, stock powder has MSG. A lot of them also have yeast. So you need to read, or they have dairy or some sort of animal fat in them, or they have wheat. So you need to read to make sure you're not using something that you are personally allergic to. Acid, you need an acid to help the cheese to curdle and the clumps to form and for it to hold together, right? So an acid would be lecithin. It could be the lemon juice. It could be vinegar. It could be lactic acid. It could be ascorbic acid. All of these you can get to buy in your shops. I don't know about the supermarket so much. Yeah, you can, you know, there's like always these like a specialty section you go on there on like a top shelf somewhere. You can just ask somebody who works there or ask for a supervisor, because half the time the staff, they don't know where to find anything. But certain things I get at my little Asian shop. Some I get at Waitrose, I get at Hull and Barrett. And something I literally just order online because it takes me less time to search. But if I'm in a hurry and I don't have the time to wait for delivery, especially now with deliveries slowed down so much, I quickly go to the shops. And most times you can get everything at Waitrose. Holland and Barrett is supposed to have everything, but I guess it depends on the one in your town if they have it, yes or no. Sometimes they're out of stock. You want your cheese to be creamy, so you want to use something that will add that nice, rich, creamy flavor to it and texture. And you want to use a non-dairy milk. So your best bet is making your own almond milk or your own soy milk or some cashew cream. Make your own cashew cream and use that. When you put all of these together, you need some stabilizer. And what is a stabilizer is like something starchy. So the agar, as we just saw, that stabilizes the cheese, it binds it nicely together. So when it cools down and it firms up and it hardens, right? So you see the agar when Law use it, when it's hot, it's like a gel and it runs like a jello kind of thing. But when it cools, it just firms up like a piece of block of overcooked rice that you could slice, right? And that's why you want to use that for that purpose. But remember, when it is by itself and it cools down, it forms that block. But when you put it with other ingredients, that is gonna help it to destabilize. So you want to use, you know, a little bit more in comparison to the amount of ingredients that you're using to make sure that you have enough there to help it to hold together. Some of the starches, like the tapioca starch, this you can get in your Asian shop, you can get this in your supermarket. Your cornstarch or corn flour, get that again in your supermarkets, Holland and Barrett, Asian shops. Your arrowroot, same thing as well, you get in these places. So when you put them in, when the thing is liquid and cold, you don't see any action right away. But if you leave it for a while, it thickens up. And if you heat it, it thickens up even faster. And you can heat it because when you do heat it, then you get rid of that starchy taste a bit. So when you practice this on your own, you will taste and you will see what I'm talking about. And then, you know, if you cook it a little bit, it helps to get rid of that raw starch flavor. As well as other things that can be used, which we did not use today. Things like your flaxseed. If you notice when you have your flaxseed grounded, and if you put some hot water on them or just water on the flaxseed and you leave it, it will swell up. Other things are like your psyllium husk will also, yes. Sandra, I can see your face on the screen. Your psyllium husk also works in this way. Other things that binds like that, flaxseed, chia seeds as well. So some of these things can be used, but for the cheeses, your best stabilizers are the starches, but you can also add some of these others as well, okay? You can also add for flavor as well, as, you know, it makes a different presentation as well, especially when you want to create some variety. You can add some herbs, and some spices. So for example, you can add some liquid smoke or smoked paprika. And the Spanish smoked paprika, I find that to be the best in terms of flavor, right? It's like a wow. However, you can use some liquid smoke as well. You can use some mixed herbs. You can use some earthy herbs like rosemary, like thyme. These herbs are very earthy, right? So you can use those. You can use parsley. You get a nice bright green color, right? So these are just some of the things that you can use to add some flavor, right? And what the acid does, the acid that I mentioned before, it provides fermentation, and you need a slight bit of fermentation when you're making the cheeses. So let's see, what time is it? We've got 35 minutes to go. Can we look at who's next? Who wants to show us slices of some cheese, or how you can grate a piece of cheese? Or shall we go back to Melanie with the tofu? Who do we go back to? We've seen the butter. It's just for it to be DHL now. So we need to see something sliced, Loy, while you still have a quiet moment.
Okay, I've been really blessed today.
Wow.
Beautiful.
I've been very blessed today. I was worried. I just took a quick peek to see whether my baby was still all right. Okay. This is the cream cheese, the Herbie cream cheese. And I think it's set lovely. So look at that. I can actually cut into it. And then I can take a piece out.
Oh, hold on. Let me pin Loy today. Let me pin Loy.
Okay.
Can't find. Yeah, hold on. You are pinned. Wow, look at that, guys.
The hold.
You can put the tray down, Loy. You can put the tray down and hold just that one piece. Yeah. So bring it out more. Bring it further out towards the toaster. No, the tray on the counter.
Oh, I bring everything here and then you can see it.
Yes. Better? And then now you can bring the cheese closer to us so we can taste it.
Oh, right.
The knife.
Hold on. Here it comes.
Wow, look at that.
And so then I can mash that on my bread if I want to.
Spreads nicely. So that is a cream cheese, all right?
Yes,
so it spreads. So your bagels, your homemade bagels, that is, right, with your ancient grain, you can, that goes nicely with cream cheese. and a little bit of maple syrup or honey, or when you make your preserve. So, you know, the coulis that we did, your preserves are made very similar to the coulis, and you normally would add some sugar to your preserves, but you don't really need to add sugar, but you could add some honey or so to it. And you can add some of that to your cream cheese.
Yep, so that's lovely. That's
cool.
good. That's nice. And then this one.
Woo. So where's the nachos? We need the nachos.
Oh, I don't have nachos at home. But I think let me see what I can steal from my husband's stash.
That looks good. I love the color.
Oh.
No, you see, it's not too hard, is it? It's vegan, is it hard?
But he has some lentil chips here.
Oh, nice.
Well, don't tell him I did this. So these ones.
I will.
Okay.
Make a nice. Ouch! You are an informer.
Did you hear that? Okay. So that makes a beautiful dip.
All right. So you and your husband sit down to, you know, a nice Ellen White movie.
But even as a spreadable, Davina.
Right, that's gorgeous, Lloyd. I love the look.
Nice. It's good.
So you know, when you do it and it's hot, did you make that hot? Did you?
Well, do you remember what happened with this one? This is the one that I did the what do you call it? I did the agar, but then I didn't use it right away. So it had already set.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's not holding as firm as the other one, because then remember we put it back on the stove again and got it to the right texture, and then we allowed it to cool with the mixture, and so we got a better hold for this one.
Okay.
So
all right. So what I wanted to say though was, when that is hot, when you're making it and it is hot, that's when you serve it as when you serve it with your nachos.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say.
Okay, I thought you were saying about the texture, but it's...
No. But it looks good, and I love the color. And that is just the red peppers that you used to color it.
It was red peppers for this one.
Fantastic. And other things, just to let you know, other things that you can use to color your cheeses is some sweet potato, and that will add also some flavor to it. Squash. You can also use the pumpkin or the butternut squash. Yes. You can also use the carrot, right? But these lovely bright colors gives it a beautiful color to your cheese.
Quite nice.
Have you got anything else to show us?
Well, the others are runny. I mean, not runny, but they're the cream cheese sauce texture, the ones that we didn't put in the freezer.
Okay, they're not quite set yet. But was there
what
about the last one? Oh, it is still soft.
No, it's a massive block. I didn't. Okay, it's good. This one. Because they both work so well, I didn't have to show you. I thought I didn't. This one is the one that I put more agar. Do you remember? And
yes, the one that we
we put the cornstarch in. The corn flour we put in this one, and this that is perfectly solid as well.
Wow.
Nice.
That is neat.
Please.
That is perfectly solid too. So you can cut that as a proper. It's not a grating cheese. I think not necessarily, but maybe. I wonder what would happen if I left it there for longer in the freezer. Maybe then I could grate it.
It would be a grating cheese.
Yes, you would be able to grate that as well.
Maybe not. Do you think it could? Do you think you could try if it could melt?
Okay. Yes.
Have you got a piece of crackers?
I don't have a I only have the oven. I don't have a microwave.
Okay. You could stick it in the oven or on the stove top in a shallow pan. Just put it as if you were going to toast a piece of bread. You put it on top of a piece of bread.
Okay, let's try. Let's try and see what happens.
Oh, you're not helping me and my hunger over here.
Sorry about that. Okay, so Davina, just an update, everyone. So it looks like it's melting, but it's
put the okay, update us. Tell us. Sorry, I thought you
no,
were showing
I
us
was saying
something.
I put the flame right up, but I think it's really holding together so nicely, but it's starting to
melt a little.
Melt. Yes, but I think if you had it under a griller pan or something like that, it would melt much faster.
Okay, okay, all right.
It would work. I'll show you what's going on so far. So that I realize you're waiting. So this is what it's. Can you?
Oh, you put it directly on the pan.
I had to. I'll
Oh,
transfer
for it to work.
I'll transfer it when it softens up, but you can see that it is softening up.
Yes, it is melting. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. It looks good. I like that. Anybody else likes it?
Yep.
Yeah. So it would be nice. It would melt.
Look at that. It's fantastic.
Yes. So it's melting.
Well done, Lloyd. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Shall we go now over to? Shall we now go over to Melanie's kitchen?
Okay, I've had to put my earphones on. So basically it's now curdled a lot, and what I have to do is use a muslin cloth and that will catch the
I'm trying to find you just to pin you on the screen.
Oh, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Okay. It's just finding you on the screen.
Oh, look for Jaden and Joshua again.
Oh, I think
I'm speaking from my phone.
Move in.
If you
no, you're not the one pouring the milk. Are you pouring the milk?
Yeah. Put it right there so they can see. Over.
You are now pinned to the screen.
Okay. So it's catching the whey, and then the juice will be left underneath the pot. Well, the colander.
I can't see.
Can you see that?
Yep.
No.
So basically all of the juice is drained out and you're left with the curd. Or is it whey? Yeah. And then you just gather up your muslin cloth and twist it.
You can also use cheesecloth.
Yeah, I had to improvise. I didn't have. And then what you'll do is just squeeze out all of the rest of the juice. So it doesn't give you much tofu, but it definitely tastes better than the shop bought one.
I believe you. Because the shop bought one, they don't have enough. They don't have enough.
Can you
soya
see?
in them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's left. And then you'll just put it, sort of shape it up, and then you'd press something heavy on it and then leave it for a bit. And then you would put it in cold water.
Are you going to show us those steps?
Oh, no, because it's not cooled down, but I'll put it in the chat when it's done. And maybe
Okay.
I'll cook it.
So would you be able to do like a little video clip?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. So I'll show you what the yogurt looks like now, and we've got two little helpers who are going to demonstrate and let you know. They're going to do a taste test.
Ooh, we're looking forward to that.
Go get it. Okay. So, I can't see you. Turn around to me. Okay, take it then. He doesn't seem that convinced. Joshua, let them see what it is.
Nice, good. Thank you. We trust your judgment.
There. But it does taste nice.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much, Mel.
Okay.
So wow,
This is
this
nice.
is lovely.
It's very nice one.
Do we have anything else to see from your kitchen, Melanie? Do you have some cheese in the freezer waiting for us?
Pass the cheese, please. Pass me the cheese, please, in the freezer. Oh, I'll see if it's ready.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the orangey looking one. Yeah. Josh, you need to come and film so far. Okay. Yeah. I think if it stayed in the freezer a little bit more, you could grater it, but it's mozzarella style. And I did put it on. I don't know if you saw before. I did put it on there.
It does look like mozzarella. It does cut like mozzarella. Because that's how mozzarella is. Ooh, and you made that.
Yeah, so this was a cheese, the same cheese without turmeric in it. And I put it in this morning in the freezer. So they had
that's absolutely brilliant. Can you send some pictures, please?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's very stringy.
Can you see that? It's quite stretchy.
Stretchy, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it tastes like.
When you put that on your pizza, it will spread. It will stretch.
Yeah, it will melt. Actually, it actually tastes like cheese. Okay, that's it.
That's gorgeous.
Thank you.
And it looks good. So Thank you very much, Melanie. Thank you very much, Loy. Thank you very much, Sandra. This
You're
is
welcome.
a fantastic lesson. And just want to say for class, who was trying the cheese in the background while it was going on? Christine, did you try it? Okay, let me.
I keep losing, not following properly, you know, not seeing some of them. So I have everything prepared in the kitchen. I have everything in the house. So I might do one tonight.
Okay, all right, fantastic. So
I cooked the
anybody have the
potato. And nobody made anyone with potatoes. And because it was one of the recipes was potato cashew.
Yes. So look, you can add the sweet potato to any one of them you want, okay?
Okay.
Any one of them you want, you can add the sweet potato.
This one question
But Lloyd
is,
did do one with butternut squash. Sorry.
I did not see it.
Yes.
I did not see.
Okay, so the first, all right, I tell you what, you see the one that she did with the sweet peppers, with the peppers?
Yes.
You can use
Yes,
sweet potato
the
instead
one
of the
with sweet
peppers.
pepper. Yeah.
Yeah, you can use sweet potato instead of the peppers.
Okay, I will do that. One question, I want to ask you a question. You know the arrowroot, do I have to soak it in cold water or warm water to use it? Do I use it directly like that, the arrowroot?
You add it to the mixture and blend it, and then you can put the thing on the fire.
What quantity do I use for the arrowroot?
You're talking about maybe a couple of tablespoons.
Okay, that's fine.
So the arrowroot is a binder, it's a stabilizer, right? So you want to use a couple of tablespoons. When your thing is, as it is becoming solidified, if you think it needs a bit more, then you can add a bit more. You can add a bit more from the very mixture, from the very onset, if you feel like it could do it a bit more. But that is what it acts as, a stabilizer, a bit like how the rice flour would act. That's what creates that binding, that making it dry and holding together.
So I have to cook it then.
Okay, who has the black rice?
I have the black rice.
You have the black rice?
Yeah.
That's good. You could also put some of this black rice in your bullet and ground it to a powder. And if it is a black sticky rice that you have, and use some of it, so you can split your mixture and use some of the black rice in half of your mixture to help with different cheese color variety. Okay, I just want to say thank you very much to everyone. And tomorrow's lesson, let me see what is tomorrow's lesson. Tomorrow is Thursday. I believe we have Dr. Craig, Winston Craig tomorrow. Let me just, okay, let me just double check. Okay. And
Davina,
yeah,
can I interject for a second?
please do.
Okay, ladies, can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, you are cooking with me next Wednesday, and I need you to get some. Can you see them? Oh, it's a bit bright. These are the soya strips. We're going to make vegan.
Hold them closer to the pots.
Oh, wait a minute. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. These are strips, and with these strips, we're going to be making fried fish and we're going to escovitch them.
Yes,
So
please.
that's quite exciting. So if you get yourselves a packet of these soya strips, I got mine
Did you get
from
it to bag?
I got mine from the ABC. Took 3 days to come. So if you order online, I can put the address in the group.
Yes,
If
do
you order
that.
online, or go to Honda Barrett or your local shop where you can get these soya strips from, then we're going to make these next week. I'm telling you now because I need you to soak them overnight and to season them overnight. But I'll tell you
No,
what
you just need to boil them. Just boil them over. Just boil them.
Hello. Who's doing this class?
Yeah,
I
Davina.
like to boil them and then season them overnight. Okay. I'll tell you what seasoning, how to boil them once to know everybody's got them. Is that okay?
Okay.
Why is Judith not talking to me, and Constance and Michelle, and I've got my faithful three. Where's the rest of you?
So look,
I'm here.
would you like to tell them what they will need for the escovitch sauce?
Hello, excuse me. Hello, Judith. Welcome. You've been quiet all evening. You've been quiet all evening, Judith.
No, I've been talking. I've been talking.
Have you?
But I'm working at the same time.
Who is 1196316? You sound like you're a prisoner. 119631670. You don't
Thank you, Melanie.
You don't have no name. Come in 119631670. You're on parole, so you can talk. Who is that, Davina?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
But you need to tell them to change them name. It reminds me of the days I used to work in prison. Okay. Hello, Roger. Nice to see you. Oh, we've got a man. Ladies, we've got a man on board. Hi, Roger. Oh, if I'd have known you was coming when I put on my face. Oh,
Hello.
dear. Hello, dear. You all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Don't forget, you got to get your strips. I don't want to see no blank, no videos that are off next Wednesday. It's Cook with Mother next Wednesday. So get your strips, and tomorrow I'll tell you how to boil them and what seasoning to put on them.
Listen to me, Louise. You tell them now what seasoning
Don't
they need to
forget.
get. You may not have that opportunity tomorrow because the class sessions are full. So
Excuse
tell them
me.
what they need to get today, or you can type it, message it in the group.
Message
I
it
will
in the
do,
group, yeah.
I'll
In
put
the
it-
group,
I'll put it in
yeah.
the message box. But please, ladies, get your strips. I want you all to join in. Strips and your stuff to escovitch. Okay. So with that, I'm going. Bye-bye.
No,
Bye-bye,
you're doing one more
Roger.
thing as well.
Bye-bye.
What is it, Davina?
Louise, the bologna.
Oh, yeah, but I'll just make it. I'll make it. All right, I'll look for the recipe. Lord have mercy. All
All
right,
right, post the
people.
recipe for the bologna so they can gather the ingredients for that as well. Because it may take a little time to get the psyllium husk if they don't get it at Holland and Barrett.
Okay, and stop muting me. You're very cheeky.
Thank you, Louise.
Goodbye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
So
Thank you,
Davina,
everyone.
should I
Let me
just
go back to
Davina? Davina,
Did you say
should I just
scillion
post the
husk?
stuff for the sweet and sour tofu and also the cake, right?
Yes, please post the ingredients for the sweet and sour tofu as well as the cake. Yes.
Did you say silly? What did you say?
Psyllium husk.
Psyllium
Yes.
husk.
Psyllium husk, yes.
Psyllium husk.
And if everybody makes sure they have in their possession that rice I'm talking about. And
Sticky rice?
Yes, the sticky rice.
What, the black
Works
one?
very
The black rice?
well in
Does it
these
really
sort of
matter which one?
recipes. It's just sticky rice, rice
don't
flour,
really-
sticky rice flour.
Flour.
Yeah. There is a roast that I think I've shared in the recipe in the groups that please give that roast a try. It's absolutely amazing. And if you can get fresh jackfruit, especially if it is a slightly green one, you could use it.
I bought the tin one today to ask you to use it because I've never eaten it before.
Yes, you can use it. The other thing, anybody knows when you see the banana flowers being sold, you know, when you see that purple part that normally at the bottom of the banana tree, when banana tree shoots a banana, there's this nice big purple color flowers at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
That can also be used as, it looks like fish, like saltfish when you cook it up, and it can be used in recipes like your roast. So that video I've sent you is a very good video to give that a try. And you can use the banana shoot, right, in it as well, or instead of, or you can do one with the banana shoot, just to let you know a few things that you can use. So in that recipe, it has the mushroom and it has the jackfruit. So I'm just telling you, you can use, instead of the mushroom, you can also use the banana shoot. What else you can use? Sorry, my brain has gone somewhere now else. But yes, you can use the banana shoot, and that's quite exotic. That's quite different. There is something else, you know, that was coming to my mind that we normally throw away, the banana skin. The green banana skin that we normally throw away can be used in some of these dishes. They make a nice meatballs, actually. And if would have to search if I can find one of these recipes, but I'm sure, Loy, I think I've seen you use the banana skin to make meatballs or patties. I'm not sure, but if anybody in here, but if I can find any other recipes again, or any videos that is good and easy to follow, I will share it in the group. So you want to learn how to use your banana peel, because the time will come when you will have to eat that thing. Hey, I don't know, we all throw it away, but you better start learning to use them to make food. Okay, it's important times coming up ahead of us. So tomorrow it's Dr. Craig. Let me just go back to what I was going to tell you what the lesson will be on tomorrow. Okay. Oh, it was in my phone. All right, so tomorrow is Thursday. The outline that I've sent in the groups, it actually says menu planning and Jamaican rice and peas with curry goat, and that would be vegan curry goat, by the way, okay? Callaloo, salad or burger with Davina, but it will not be, because Dr. Craig, who is supposed to present Monday on legumes, he is not able to do Monday, but tomorrow is a better day for him. So he will do legumes, and he'll be speaking about legumes, soya, and corn. Sandra will do a practical for us with banana bread. She will show us how to use the aquafaba to make like whipped cream, icing, and she will do a sweet and sour tofu. Now, I just want to say, get your tofu. You want to get, so she's going to send you the recipes, right? But I'm just telling you a few things, okay, that you put on board when you want to do a sweet and sour. So you can do a sweet and sour tofu tomorrow. If you have any corn pieces,
tomorrow,
you have corn pieces that you can buy at the supermarket. You can use those.
Davina.
Yeah.
Davina, is that for tomorrow? Can you have me done for Monday?
Yes. Oh yes, I forgot to tell you.
No, I have somewhere to go tomorrow. I'll be a bit late tomorrow. I was about to tell I'm going to be a bit late tomorrow because I have somewhere to go tomorrow.
Oh, so you can't do tomorrow. Okay, all right.
I wouldn't say
Then
tomorrow.
All right. All right. Okie dokie then. Mhm. So tomorrow we will still do the lecture, and what I may end up doing then tomorrow is more than one lecture tomorrow. I may do the presentation on frittata and aquafaba and just get all lectures out the way tomorrow. And then Friday we do cooking and Monday we do cooking. So, and so maybe I do the menu planning lecture tomorrow with the, so don't be prepared to cook anything tomorrow, all right? I will just do lectures tomorrow, and then another day we'll do cooking and we'll cover extra cooking sessions in one. Okay, so in that case, you can rest tonight. Okay. And I just want to say thank you very much for coming, and good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good
All right,
night.
thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Good night. Good night. Night night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Night.
Bye. Bye.